Hi, I'm Richard from Richard Neville Tai Chi, and welcome to this series of videos on the 48-step form. First thing to say is that the 48-step form is not just the 24-step form times 2. There are some of the same moves in it, but there are a lot of different moves, and like the 24, there are more than 48 moves in it, and it does take more than twice as long. In fact, the 48, when you do it at a reasonably slow speed, will take you 15 to 16 minutes. So that's 15 to 16 minutes of nice, solid, continuous movement where you're lifting arms up, where you're kicking with legs, where you're standing on one leg. It's a really good exercise routine, this one, I think. I think the 24 step is really good for relaxation and de-stressing, and just to give you something slow and steady to do to calm your brain down, to calm your breathing down, but also to get you your movement in for the day. The 48 is a bit more martial arty. Some of my students say it's a bit more violent. It does look that way. There's a bit more elbowing in the head, there's a few more toe kicks and things like that. But you still don't have to look at it that way if you don't want to. You are still just moving your arms about, pulling in, pushing out, and making sure that your body works as one unit, which is where we get all the health benefits from, because you start to recognize, you start to pay attention to things that you don't normally pay attention to, like your hands, like your fingers, like your knees, like your toes, etc. So that's it, really. I'm unlike in the 24 where I broke it down to each individual move, because people would be starting from scratch, literally have no idea how to hold a ball or something like that. This series of exercises is going to be far more little blocks, because I think the 48 is quite difficult to learn one movement at a time. I think you learn little blocks. So that's how these videos are going to be set out. So yeah, let's get to it. So we start the 48 with prepare and begin, the same as we would any other Tai Chi. So I'm not going to go too in depth on the bits like that. So we prepare. We give it a few seconds to sink, then we begin, and this is where the first changes are. We hold the ball on the left, then step back to a white crane spreads wings, and then we drop, we lift, turn the waist, swap the hands, brush the knee over. If you became quite narrow when you were doing the white crane spreads wings, brush yourself out into a slightly wider stance, and then bend that knee for brush, knee and push, essentially. That first little bit is where I do it differently quite a lot, because if you're holding the ball on the left and stepping back, you can kind of mess around with that foot as to where you want it to be, because when we do it in the 24, remember, it's just straight out in front, and so you can step back like that. I think that kind of makes you quite off balance. That's why I kind of tend to step out and it for it to be a slightly wider one, which is why when it comes to brushing out, you don't necessarily need to brush the foot out. But that's just me. You can see how you prefer it. So it's hold the ball back, your white crane spreads wings, you brush knee, then you push. This right hand becomes the top of the ball, this left hand becomes the bottom, so the ball's at the slight angle. But that is so you can come up on the heel of the left foot, rotate the ball around, and as you pull in the right foot towards the left foot. So I've gone from one direction to another direction. I step out, I step around my cat and my dog, my sleeping cat and my dog, the way I normally do. I've got a vertical ball here, I turn it horizontal, and then I turn my waist. I don't necessarily move the hands, I turn the waist, and that is what makes the hands uneven, and that's what makes the fingertips able to hit the palm of that hand. Then I can lift those fingertips up to the sky, come up on the heel of the right foot, push forwards again, make that bird's beak, pull in and away. At the same time, this hand can take control of the left leg, pull out, and that's my single whip. So that, I would say, is the first little section. So that is what takes us to there. Nothing really you haven't done before in that little bit, just maybe in a slightly different order. You're also holding the ball at a different angle, and you're using your waist to move those hands about. Remember, we're all about efficiency, and we're all about using the core. So I don't know whether these work differently from the front or the back, but I'll do them from the back as well, just so you've got the full picture. So I'll pretend I've prepared and begun. I've got the ball. I do my white crane spreads wings, my brush knee and the push. I'm holding the ball, I'm sinking back and turning the foot in, and then pulling in, step out, push away, turn the waist, lift that hand up, lift the right toes so I can push in, make the bird's beak, pull in and pull away, and then the left hand takes control of the left leg, and I go into my single whip. So that is your first little section of the 48, and I think that's a really good little bit to practice. All of these are good to practice in isolation. Not so much the 24, because it's not so big, you might as well just do the whole kit and caboodle or do the individual bits. With this, I think it's really good to practice these little segments. So one last time, ball, back and white crane, brush knee and push, hold the ball, turn the ball, change direction, step out, push away, push back, into single whip. So that's your first little lot to be getting on with.